Yeah. Oh, great timing on hitting play right as I needed the yawn. Wow. Okay, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. If you're not caught up, basically what happens is last week they went to the portal to that.
Malev,
you got a friend request.
Malev, whoever it is.
Malev.
I don't even know who the fuck James Vandrick is.
What about them?
One person, not interested.
Anyway, and they're all there, and so this week they decide, okay, we gotta take control of the portal. We need to storm the castle, or whatever we'll call it, the place where they're hanging out. Them being Hydra, and that was cool. And they get control of the actual like portal or whatever. And on the other side, you have Fitz, who he's awesome, by the way.
I like him now. He's got a little bit more ego about him.
Yeah, a little edge to him. And he goes and finds a guy. I don't know the guy's name. Was it Will?
Yeah. Who turns out being Malev.
Well, because the thing can go from one person to another.
I don't think he realized that.
Yeah. And then Coulson kills Ward.
Well,
but Ward gets the thing inside of him. So, and then they get through the portal and they get out alive. And I'm guessing the thing comes through at the last possible second as they like go to blow up the castle.
Well, we don't even see him come through.
No, we don't. We just see him show up in the middle of the road.
Show him at the very end with the dude from the movie.
Which Lash killed all the Inhumans, so that was like his goal was to have like an Inhuman army that he would be following.
And that's been taken care of.
Yeah. Oh, see no color.
No one's even made an offer on that shirt yet.
That one?
Yeah.
You selling that?
No, that is a vintage cross-color T-shirt that I want bad.
$129. Wow, that's crazy.
I paid $54 when I bought it originally, but I gave it to a girl. Don't give shit to fucking girls.
Why?
Don't give anything to a girl that you're not going to get back. I'll put it to you that way.
Good call.
It was a great T-shirt. I miss it. I wish I had it back. So now I'm like searching eBay vintage to get my T-shirt back. But anyway, speaking of vintage awesomeness, Marvel.
That's pretty much it. That's basically the sum up of the episode. This season has been very good so far for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
We're still trying to figure out why Coulson needed a parachute to begin with. It was pretty much all
Maybe
or
that
nothing.
was
It was
plan,
all or nothing. He was going to hit that hole or nothing. And the fact that he killed Ward with his bionic hand and just like fucking stomped his chest. I was watching that to begin with, and I kind of forgot for a minute that Coulson had a bionic arm, and I was like, is Malev in him?
Yeah. No.
Like I was like, what?
I thought maybe Malev would like jump into him as they were trying to jump to the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you thought?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, but instead it jumped into Ward, which is like if you're gonna pick someone,
fitting, very fitting,
very fitting.
So fitting.
I'm just curious how much Hydra has left, because it seems like 3 times this season, like they destroyed whoever Hydra was, and like last season they did.
Depleted the shit out of it. Right?
They just keep doing it like every. How much is left of Hydra? They must have like a bunch of small little cells of Hydra. And when one goes down, the survivors run to the last one. They're next one.
Yeah, but S.H.I.E.L.D. is just smaller too. Like there's not.
But they're so much more calculated and more unified.
Thanks to
anytime they want, they just find out wherever anything they want to know about Hydra and go kill them. Why don't you do that all the time? That's
thanks to Edward James almost having the fucking carrier. If he would have salvaged the carrier, they wouldn't have shit.
True, but true. What?
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me,
Smalls. Kill me. So
you guys have no idea what order these were in, but literally we have like taken a long break. He has been fed, watered, the whole 9 yards, what babies need, and he's not taking that nap that he needs, because otherwise when mommy gets home, he's going to be a very contrary little human being, and it's going to be all my fault because he didn't get his nap.
So now that we have a break on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Guess what that means we're getting? Agent Carter.
Yeah, but we're still not getting her till January.
So it's awesome.
Just saying.
Well, Marvel doesn't come back until that
March.
show's over. Well, that doesn't come back until that's over. So
March. Dude, we don't
Sovereign
even get
Force.
what the hell? I don't think Heroes is coming back until February. You'll have plenty of time to get caught up on that.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
I'm watching The Expanse. So I'm just letting
You gonna watch Harry Potter sometime soon? At least one of them. Hey, we have a deal. You watch one episode of that one of the movies, which is 2.5 hours,
I'm actually
and I will
After I get back-
watch Better Off Ted.
well. Actually, we get into a better or back into a routine. I'm gonna have more time because, like, usually I have to sit and wait for him to fall asleep. Like, if he sees me in the same room as him, he will not go to sleep. The fact that he hears me right now is probably driving him nuts. So my plan is to sit out here where he's sitting more than likely because it's the least squeaky chair and read books while he's asleep. So
So you're gonna read the Harry Potter book.
I'm going to read.
I'm pretty sure I gave you the first one.
Well, I have one thing to read before I get to any of that. And that is, God, no. Don't be mad at me. I have yet to read the lost symbol from the umbrella.
Okay.
I bought it like 5 years ago, whenever it came out. I bought it on hardcover, and I have yet to read it. So that's my first order of business, and then after that, I'm gonna start reading books because afternoon naps are gonna be a thing for the baby. We're keeping that in check.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna start cycling through all my books and all the books that I've borrowed.
Okay.
I actually have like 8 volumes or 9 volumes of Sailor Moon manga to read through. So there's that.
I have a Star Wars book I bought recently. I want to read. I have a Chronicles of Shannara. Shannara. Something
That's coming up. That's like coming up. Like that's
There's
like
a show coming out about that.
yeah,
Starring Manu
it's
Bennett.
being talked about. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to start reading some of the books by Terry Brooks,
Mm-hmm.
and really, there's kind of an issue with that. If you want to read the books by Terry Brooks, the issue with that is none of the books, they weren't made in order. He jumped around the storyline, so you got to kind of Google and figure out the order of everything. Because nothing's going to confuse me more. That's the only thing. It's like the huge issue I have with reading Game of Thrones. I like reading Game of Thrones, but you get like so into like Tyrion's story, and then they'll go through like every character. Like you'll be midway through the book, right? And you'll have Tyrion chapter.
I know
5.
what you're talking about. Like that doesn't bother me. Like I kind of like jumping around. It helps keep my attention longer.
Yeah, but then you don't get back to it till like the next book, and you're back at Tyrion's story. It's frustrating because you get totally enveloped in this guy's story, and then Arya's story, which her story is pretty cool too. But you're like, what's gonna happen here? Like when stuff happened with Ned Stark, and like in the book when you're reading it, like how he got turned on by the guard that he apparently bribed or whatever.
Yeah.
If you read that in the book, and then all of a sudden like Peter Baelish has a sword to his throat or whatever, and then basically that's how it is. Like, oh my god, what happens next? And then you have to wait like 100 pages to read the next part of that. It's good to a degree because you're bouncing around the story.
I know what you're saying. I get it. It's like
so bad.
I don't know.
Sometimes.
That keeps my attention. I have ADD. I don't know what squirrel.
Where?
So Agents of Shield is something you really need to watch.
Yeah, we're in the actually since we're only 9 minutes in this, we'll go ahead and talk about our movie trailers. If you want
Do you
to
want to tie them together?
Yeah, why not? Because Star Wars is in that conversation.
Only because they're owned by the same parent company.
Dun dun dun. Yes, it all comes together.
Disney owns everything.
Even ESPN.
Everything.
Even ESPN. I think I just said that.
Everything. Everything that I love, ESPN owns except for. So they own everything.
They don't own Transformers.
Yeah.
They don't own
DC.
True. I mean,
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna own both. Warner Brothers will never give up that. It's one of their biggest money makers. So, Okay, let's talk about Star Wars real quick. Star Wars, they didn't technically come out yet, but
Well,
they've had like a lot of reviews.
technically it's come out.
It's come out, but basically all the rich people who can afford to go and all the Hollywood stars
And
went
Rotten
to it.
Tomatoes.
And what?
And Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes.
They
They got to go see it. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a very, very good rating because I'm pretty sure that's the highest rating of any Star Wars movie. The highest rating of any. Yeah.
Yeah, 97. 87. With a Metascore of plus 99.
Like Empire Strikes Back, I'm pretty sure got the highest score of any of them. Go on Rotten Tomatoes and check it out real quick.
I wasn't going to, but
Please. For the sake of our audience.
RHOTTEN?
Yes. No, just RO. No H. What is this, Russia?
Well, what? You never know on the interwebs.
It's true.
Apparently, I've already been there today.
Yeah. How else did you know I got 97? What was that
Because
Star Wars got 94. It says 94. Just type in Star Wars. We'll see all the original ones. Who had the highest rating? I'm pretty sure Empire Strikes Back has the highest rating of any of them. So that's my educated guess on that, but I could be wrong.
Apparently, I
think it's like 89.
Oh, darn. Uh-huh.
Star Wars.
2 words.
Yeah.
No, my hands are faster than I am. Oh, I really don't want to fucking right now.
That's what the world's trying to mess with you.
It loves me and hates me at the same time. Episode 3 was 79. Episode 7 has been rated at 94. Episode 2 at 66. Episode 1 at 55, which is about right. I actually would have rated episode 1 lower than episode 2, but that's just me.
It is. 66.59. I think you're talking about Clone Wars.
I hit them all. No, it rated the Clone Wars lower than...
The Clone Wars cartoon. That's the cartoon movie they came out with. Yeah, I promise you.
94%. Okay, that's right. That is definitely right. A New Hope, 94%.
I guess because of its shock factor. But the better... It's still a 79. That's pretty good. That's still pretty good for that website. A 79 is very good for that website. As crazy as that sounds, it is actually a very good rating for that.
They actually rated the holiday special 150.
Really?
Yeah.
What were they smoking when they did that?
Yeah, there's not enough weed in the world for me to give that high of a score. So, essentially, they are pretty on par as far as Star Wars films go.
So they're giving the newest one the same rating as the 2 best old ones. That says a lot. That says a lot. You gotta be honest. That says a lot about how good or bad this movie can and cannot be.
I'm not hating.
How much was Sith? The Run to the Sith? 79.
It wasn't terrible.
I didn't think it was as good as Return of the Jedi.
The way one reviewer I read today put it was, if you were going to compare this to all the Star Wars films, you'd be better off with 4, 5, 6, and most of 3. Leave 1 and 2 out of it, and some parts of 3, because come on, you know as well as I do, there were parts of 3 to where you're like, I can go to the bathroom now, I'll be alright. Yeah, it definitely.
There was a lot of
it had those moments in it.
Well, it made sense, but you had to have it.
But if you saw that movie once, there was that scene. You're like, oh my god, I've got like 15 minutes to take a piss. Yeah. You knew it. You knew it.
Yeah,
I saw the movie 4 times.
I took my nephew to see it, and I never did this when I was a kid. Like my dad took me to see episode 1 when I was 6th grade. It was my birthday. And I was in 6th grade. Took me to see episode 1. Yeah, I was young. Episode 1.
Wow. I saw episode 6 in theaters with my dad when I was 5.
I saw episode 1 when I was in 6th grade. He took me to see it for my birthday, and I was not restless at all. I watched the movie. I enjoyed the movie. It was fun to me. Now, when I got older, I realized that the plot was shit compared to the rest of Star Wars.
One end.
But you gotta understand, as a kid, that's just a visual spectacle. You know, you just got so much going on.
You grew up watching it on TV.
Yeah.
Even you grew up
Yeah.
watching it on TV. That's where it was. Like, I'm surprised you didn't get to go see 4, 5, and 6 in the theaters before all that came. Oh,
I saw 4, 5, and 6, and this is gonna get really old. Beta. We had it on beta when I was a kid.
like
And then when the new ones came out, they had the digitally remastered, and
I made it a point.
to get
I
those.
saw them when they were, actually, I have when they were quote unquote THX remastered, whatever. Bought the VHS.
So did I.
For you kids that don't know,
with the gold and black Star Wars.
Yes,
I have those too.
Back in the
See,
room.
I remember the day I actually watched all those. I had a flag football game. It was in, I want to say fifth grade. Flag football game. And it was like, it might have been like 65 degrees. I'm like, what are you going to do? And it was like talking to another player, and my dad, we were talking, and we're like, okay, Dad, can we leave down here? What do you need to go home for? I'm like, I'm going to go home and watch all the Star Wars. Really? It's a beautiful day. I'm like, it's Star Wars. And I watched them all in order then.
The irony of the fact, or I guess there's no irony, it's just a nice little perfect circle, is that when I came back from basic training in 1997 in December, that was right after Garrett 8 had opened. It opened and started showing movies while I was away at basic training.
The first movie that started out airing was Titanic. I remember that.
Maybe it was 96 then. But anyway.
They aired it for like a year. Because the first release was like a $40 ticket. You had to pay $40 to see like the first one. It was like 3 hours long.
I don't remember. I don't even remember paying to see Titanic in that theater, but I did go to see it with my sister because she begged me to take her, and she didn't have a boyfriend at the time. Kind of weird, but whatever. I got to see that Kate Winslet's tits, so we were happy. I came back from basic training.
I actually think she looks hotter now than she did then. She aged well. She aged very well.
But I come back from basic training, and it was kind of like basic training was my rebirth.
Okay.
If that makes any sense at all. Like, I learned about myself and who I truly was and how to better govern myself as a human being and whatever. And I came back, and like the first thing my dad says to me after I'm back for like 2 days, he goes, hey, he goes, Return of the Jedi's in the theaters. You interested?
There's a bear
shit
in the ocean.
Are you fucking kidding me? Am I interested?
There's a bear shit in the ocean? Yes.
Do sharks eat people who are dumb enough to swim when they're around? Yes. Let's go.
Your cat has had a ball in his mouth.
Yeah. He'll start meowing with it in his mouth if you let him go long enough. So anyway, the point of the conversation is him and I both grew up with Star Wars in our lives.
Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and well, actually, this kind of goes into our top 10 a little bit, but Die Hard, Lethal Weapon. I saw Die Hard. Die Hard and Lethal Weapon were like the first like 7 R-rated movies I ever saw.
R-rated, first R-rated. Die Hard, probably. Actually, I know Lethal Weapon came before that, but I remember, like, for whatever reason, when we had cable back in the day in that box that you had the little clicker on the top that you had to slide, yeah, back in the day, it only went up to 48 or something like that. It was ridiculous. Yeah, me and my dad would constantly sit down. Like, those were the movies that cycled through on HBO back in the day, so that's what we always watched. Like, I always remember enjoying that thoroughly with my dad. Like, for whatever reason, if they ever decide to, well, they're never going to reboot Die Hard as long as Bruce Willis is still alive and making movies. But if for whatever reason they decide to reboot Lethal Weapon, me and my dad would be first in line.
I wouldn't mind that because they can definitely not continue episodes. Danny Glover's just too old. I don't think it'd be an issue with Mel Gibson.
Other than his mild psychosis and anti-Semitism.
I think there's something to that, but
I'm sure there is, but like he's made himself so unpopular that it would actually be a hindrance to you to put him in a movie.
I don't know. The last movie he was in, he was an excellent villain. Expendables 3. He did fantastic in that movie.
I thought so too. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
And because if you play him as a villain,
but it wasn't a mainstream film. It
did better than the second one.
It was popcorn cinema, and we love popcorn cinema. That's exactly what it was. But if you're gonna put him in something major now, like if you would release, I don't know, fucking Braveheart now after all the shit that came out about him, fuck it, it's not gonna make near as much money.
Well, not only that, but Braveheart is so historically inaccurate, it's kind of gross.
I enjoy
That's
it.
splitting hairs. I love the movie, but it's historically very inaccurate. You know the battle, the first really big battle that they win, where he shows up and he has like the long ass spears, and that battle didn't happen. Like that happened on a river. That was a battle of a river, and the reason they won that battle is the British thought they were just so much more overpowering that they actually tried to cross the bridge, and Wallace caught them on the bridge, and that's why they just got the shit kicked out of them. The British did.
Whatever, it works how it works. It works how it works.
But I'll tell you what, though, that sword he had is legendary. Claymore, like 3.5 feet of steel. Gee, that is a big sword, man. That is a big fucking sword. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But but those are the movies I grew up watching. Indiana Jones, James Bond, Star Wars, and then Lethal Weapon and Die Hard. 5 series that I grew up watching.
Mm-hmm.
And absolutely love those series. And Star Wars is so good for me.
It's thoroughly enjoyable. Well, the fact that my dad calls me now and it's like, hey, I noticed this is coming out. Are you still interested in it?
Are you going to take your dad to see Star Wars after we see it?
Well, if you're going to midnight, then I'm probably going to take him Saturday.
No, I'm not going to midnight. I'm not going to
You're
waiting for
non-committal. You are flat out saying you're not going to
it'll be spur of the moment.
You do it, and I find out, and I denied taking my dad, I will fucking punch you in the junk in the face at the same time.
Like that?
I will fucking Conor McGregor your happy ass.
Oh, you try. You get him to try again.
I'm just telling you. If I find out you do that, it will only take. I'll kick your ass in less time than it took Conor McGregor to kick out his ass.
Oh, bullshit.
It took him 13 seconds to
Well, me and you ain't trapped in an octagon, so I can run from you.
It'll take. Oh, honey, you ain't faster than I am.
You'd be surprised. I'm a big guy. I play basketball, and for my size, I still do pretty good.
You are not faster.
I don't smoke, so I guess
you're not faster than me. I smoke, I drink, I carry on. You ain't faster than me, son.
We'll see.
I guess we're taking this to the track.
I guess I'll have to watch the movie.
We're gonna have to podcast this.
You have better. I have horrible lungs because of asthma, and you have not the greatest
horrible lungs because of cancer. Smoking. Well, the inevitable cancer that I'll gain from doing.
So that's kind of a wash. I'm more active athletically than you are, but you're well rested, and you're an ex-military guy, so that does factor in for you too.
This summer, coming to you on the interwebs, podcast from the track. 100-yard dash.
We were supposed to have a podcast. We were supposed to teach me some kind of game or butch ball or whatever it is. Wookie ball.
Wookie bush.
Wookie bush.
Yeah, we need to do that.
You never taught me last summer.
I have the table downstairs. I need to set it up.
Wow, we're way off topic.
And...
Okay, Star Wars.
Actually, we're not because we said Wookie.
Yeah.
That woke up your boy if he wasn't quite asleep yet.
Okay, so the ratings. The ratings for the movie are through the roof. Good. Through the roof. Good. They're really.
Yeah, I have. Other than nitpicking about the skeletal structure of the film, which they have every right to do because they're critics and they do that, but for the most part, they've all felt fantastic about it.
Yeah. Still can't believe Revenge of the Sith got the same as Return of the Jedi. That makes me
definitely
sad.
About 5 to 10 points lower, at least. Jedi was so much better than Sith.
Do they do ratings on the shows too? Star Wars Revelation.
Some of them.
I have that Revelation.
Some of them.
Secrets of the Rebellion. Ooh, that looks cool. Star Wars Episode 5.5. Han Solo affair. Oh, never mind. That was something earlier. That must have been a video game or something.
Yeah.
So,
anyway,
okay.
Don't worry about it.
So, God, we see this in what days? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days. 4 days. God, I can technically see it tomorrow night.
You're gonna last. You're gonna see it.
What?
You know you're gonna see it. You're gonna wake up. You're gonna wake up with a half hard on at like 11 o'clock. And be like, fuck it, I gotta do it. You know you're gonna do it. just commit. Just commit to it. You don't have to see it in 3D for the first time.
No, I do.
I'm not taking my dad to see it in 3D.
I do. I do need to see it. Nothing compares. I said a year ago today, when I saw that trailer in IMAX, I said, I'm seeing this movie in IMAX. End of discussion.
Yes, you were seeing it in it.
I will see it for the first time in IMAX. There's nothing. It can't compare. There's nothing that compares to IMAX. There's no other video watching experience like IMAX 3D.
So when I sit there and like bump you in the arm and be like, hey, by the way, Luke Skywalker is a shadow villain, you're not going to be pissed?
Because he's not.
He's not. I'm just saying.
He's not. But anyway.
Oh, speaking, since you're such a hardcore Star Wars fan, did you watch the Sports Center featured last night?
No. I don't have TV, bro. I don't have TV.
You got this thing, right?
Yeah, I can probably go on and watch it.
Stuff. Yeah.
I watch sports. That's the only thing I actually watch on TV, like kind of live, is sports. But I can find that on TV.
The Sports Center featured last night at 7 o'clock did a special on the evolution of lightsaber duels based off of Kendo fighting style. Really cool stuff. It was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed it. Going through and just how it evolved over time and the way that this is going to be an entire conversation in and of itself. Is. There'll be other movie trailers to follow this conversation. But just the way it evolved over time to where it started out kind of like just a fencing, Old English style fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And the way actually George Lucas wanted Mark Hamill to progress, or Luke Skywalker to progress as a sword fighter through the last two films, to where it went to more, action-y, as opposed to just like 2 nights sitting there just like doing that shit.
After watching the battle last night, I rewatched the fight between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn.
That's like all Kendo.
Darth Maul,
lost that because he got cocky.
No, I don't. He's not that good a lightsaberist. After watching it, he is strictly all defense. That's all he is.
Ray Park is probably one of the.
I'm just talking about the character. I'm talking about the character.
Hands down in cinema.
Darth Maul himself. After watching it, I just noticed he's all defense. He's not very good offensively. That's why you have the lightsaber staff. It's made for defense.
Which is hilarious in and of itself, because Jedi are supposed to practice defense and Sith are supposed to practice offense.
Yeah, but the lightsaber staff, or the double-bladed lightsaber, whatever you want to call it, is made more for defense. And so you can cover more area, keep distance from you, and so you can fight off more than one attacker. That's what it's made for. And after watching the battle, I don't think just Obi-Wan beats him, but
still love watching it.
I know, it's awesome. And by the way, this is pretty cool. I want you to see this. Who would you pick?
You only choose 3. The rest will fight you.
Is it fight you or try to kill you?
Fight me. Top 3 done.
Yeah.
Wolverine, Hulk, and Deadpool. Like, I realize there's 2 Saiyans on there, and there's Batman, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, Captain America. I have no idea what the fuck is going on there. Or
the chick at the bottom? You talking about chick at the bottom? I don't know.
That's 3. I have no idea.
Okay,
that's Jean Grey.
That's Jean Grey. I think that's Gambit. No, that's a lightning bolt, I think, on his chest.
Is that Black Bolt or
Shazam, maybe? Or no?
No, Shazam's red and white, red and yellow.
And that's no, whatever. I don't watch it.
I'm taking it right
there. I take Goku, Batman, and Wolverine.
I'll take 3 nearly indestructible human beings.
I'll take the best strategist, someone who's indestructible, and one that's very, very powerful.
Berserker Rage, Psychotic Attitude, and Psychotic Rage. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
No, they wouldn't be able to work together. That's my issue.
Well, that's all right. They don't have to work together. They just gotta fucking go off in different directions and take on the rest of them.
Yeah, it's something and everything. And I have one more here for you. I saw this week. Don't hate. You'll like it.
Don't make the player hate the game.
Yes.
Point is, the guy who choreographed the fight scene between Anakin and Obi-Wan in the third film, sixth film technically, if you want to argue, flat out said by the time that they were ready for film, they were better at that choreographed sequence than he was, and he was a kendo master. That's how hard Ewan McGregor and Christian Haydenson trained at that. So that's impressive in and of itself. Like, we could sit here and nitpick apart Christian Haydenson acting until we're blue in the face, but at the end of the day,
I didn't think he was bad.
He's dedicated himself to the role that hard that a master kendo expert was like, he knew it better than I did.
I didn't think he was that bad at it, honestly. I mean, people like to nitpick, but
you can nitpick all you want, but at the end of the day, it's not like Mark Hamill's acting.
By the way, look at that Star Wars tattoo.
Thank you. Oh
God, I can't find it. I gotta find the other one. You'll like it because it has to do with the 80s. Oh, there it is. Who is the greatest 80s action movie hero of all time?
Oh my God.
Which I don't know why Luke Skywalker's not in that, but
I don't know why he's there. Wait a minute. He's on there twice.
No, that's Mel Gibson, and that's Kurt Russell.
Oh, Snake Plissken. Okay.
Yeah.
Walk around. Wow, who's the greatest action hero?
This is a tough question, huh? I had this a couple podcasts ago, but I forgot about it.
I am going with.
Okay, can we narrow it down? Can we rule out Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that even a question?
I don't think Rambo's the greatest.
No.
Or Jackie Chan.
No.
So I like Jackie Chan. Not the greatest. I am disappointed that one person is not on this list. Chuck Norris isn't even on that list. What?
He doesn't need to be on this list. He's on another list. Better.
But he should still at least be on the list.
Yeah, but he's better.
And I don't even know who that guy is. Offhand.
Isn't that that fucker that does that shit with the thing?
Wow, that's specific. I
don't even know what
I think
it is.
For me, it's down to 3. It's down to Indiana Jones, John McClane, or Mel Gibson. I can't think of his name right now. Not Murtaugh. Riggs.
Yeah.
That's my 3. And then if I had to pick, unless I'm an Indiana Jones, if you're going for the best fighter of the group, you gotta go with Mel Gibson or Riggs. Martin Riggs.
Yeah, but Bruce Willis just has that stupid ass luck that just works in his favor.
Or the bad luck that he always ends up finding himself in situations.
Yeah, but he always ends up. How does the same motherfucking thing happen to the same motherfucking guy
at the same motherfucking time of year? 2 motherfucking years in a row. But Indiana Jones is like one of my favorite. So, and it's kind of a nice segue into our top 10.
We're not even there yet.
I know.
We literally have just spent the past 34 minutes on Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, well, this is a good one. Who would you pick? If you're going off fighter, Mel Gibson's the best fighter. His character's a black belt.
Who do you think I'm going to pick? Just honestly.
I think you pick.
Why do you even have to ask me?
I think you're going to pick John McClane.
I'm definitely taking John McClane.
It depends on what you're looking at. If you're looking at the best fighter, like if you're in a fight, who would you pick to win a one-on-one fight? Murtaugh. He's the best shooter. He's an ex.
That's Riggs.
Oh, I'm sorry, Riggs. He's the best. He's an ex special forces. He's a black belt in karate and some other martial art. I can't remember what it is. He's a master marksman. McClane has a lot of will. I'll give him that. He has a will. When it comes to just fun adventure, Indiana Jones kind of has it, but he's not a master. Really. He has a bullwhip. That's pretty cool.
Whip and a 6-shot. Come on. Both Riggs
you know the story about
both Riggs and McClane have a bottomless 45. Like, it never fucking runs out of bullets. You've seen the movies. You know what I'm talking
Indiana
about.
Jones doesn't need a gun.
You know that fucking clip only holds 10 fucking rounds. But at the end of the day, pop, 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 pop.
Indiana Jones killed Nazis.
John McClane killed a Nazi, sort of.
Hans Gruber was not a Nazi. He was
Sort
a German. There's a difference.
He might have been. You don't know. They didn't go into his backstory.
He had a blonde guy working for him.
Okay, well, Nazis would have liked that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He had a black guy working for him there. He had a black
Nazis would have liked that.
No, they wouldn't have. No, they wouldn't have. But, so you would pick...
I would say, you know what? Fuck it, I'm racist. Slaves are slaves. When they're cannon fodder, what the fuck do you care? Like, dead serious. When they're cannon fodder, what the fuck do you care?
Who would you pick? Just who would you pick?
John McClane.
Okay.
I'm taking John McClane. Nobody wins at Christmas.
My favorite is Indiana Jones. John McClane, I think, has like some kind of special ability to just win weird, fucked up fights. And
that shot Riggs took from the ground to pick off that motherfucker from the school building, just with the pistol, just pop, pop, pop. 3 shots, had him lined up, dropped him dead in the first movie in a cutout scene, I think. Remember at the very beginning, don't you want a vest? He's like, pop, 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 dropped him and called it a day and just like fucking walked away and lit a cigarette. That's a badass scene, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm taking John McClane's luck and will over all their skill.
I think. Yeah, this is such a tough question.
See, honestly,
John McClane.
This should have been like the versus conversation.
Yeah, John McClane. There's two. John McClane is awesome action hero. One of my favorites. But you have more depth on the character of Riggs. You know more about him. You don't see him in his like personal life, like things he deals with, and then he goes and does these things.
But maybe that's why it makes McClane more appealing, is because you're not so emotionally attached.
I think that's why they made Riggs more appealing. Riggs, if you go from first movie to last, going from the suicidal guy whose wife died, he had to contemplate killing himself every time. That's why he's so hell bent on like being on the edge all the time. The second one, he found the guy who killed his wife, and the next girl he kind of like fell for died, and he was able to handle it. The third one, he actually found Agent Cole
and the dog.
Yeah,
and the dog.
And he actually kind of let himself in. And in the last one, he's having a family. He's got more to look out for. He's kind of realizing his own mortality as a man.
The end of that movie is a tearjerker for me. I'm not gonna lie.
And it's awesome. Well,
when Leo comes up and just starts spouting out that fucking story about a frog, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And you can see the look in Riggs' eyes, like, "What the fuck does that have to do with
that movie?" Is
like,
hilarious.
You spoke to me in a way, honey. He's like, I understand your message. I don't not love you, but that's so beautiful. It really is.
It's funny. I love that movie because at the end of that movie, whenever she's like in the hospital, she says, "Will you marry me? I will marry you. I love you. I will marry you. Can we just hear it?" And then like a Jewish guy's walking by, and he's like, "Could you
grab the rabbi?
It's like, could you keep it? Are you guys Jewish?" No, she just hear the words, kind of like to make her feel better. It's like talking about. So there's all this stuff. Then the guy grabs the guy's pee and dumps it. And he's like, he's crushing. He's like, "You know, it took me like an hour and a half to fill that damn thing up."
Hilarious. I can't watch
Pesci.
I can't watch the end roll of that movie without tearing up. And they go through the whole "why can't we be friends" bullshit, and it's just all scenes from
Chris Rock in it too.
Filming of the movies over the past, and they wrapped it up. That's one thing that franchise did right.
That's what I mean. That's why
they stopped it. They wrapped it up. They said, "We're done. This is it."
See, with John McClane, you have John McClane, and you kind of hear about his little issues with his wife in the first movie. You hear about it. Then they'll fight for like 5 minutes, but it's not like all this detail about his personal life. The second one, it's nothing really at all. They're happy-go-lucky, and
they're back together.
Yeah. The third one, my wife's a stubborn woman. That's really all you hear about it, right? And he calls her and like hangs up. The fourth one, you meet his daughter. You know nothing about it. That's about it. And there's no depth to her either.
And the fifth one, you meet his son.
Yeah. There's really no depth to the character. It's awesome, but maybe that's done on purpose. But you have to admit, you got to understand my point of view on that.
But maybe the writers wanted to keep you distant from the characters. Like what? I can't even remember his name right now.
Martin Riggs.
No, not the character, the director.
I don't remember.
Schoner or whatever. He did a fantastic job. Hey, you know what?
No,
we
I said
went
nice.
from
I said
a
nice.
septilogy into things that are existent just that long, which is going to lead into our top 10, which isn't going to happen after this. It's going to happen after the thing that happens after this, because we're going to finish up the movie trailer conversation.
We'll do it in this.
And by that point, no, we are not going to do it in this. We've already taken the people 40 minutes on this conversation. I'm not going to abuse their privilege. They're going to be pissed off. Schweitzer's sitting there like, no, it's like I thought you were talking about Star Wars. Fuck you. Delete. Done. I'm not fucking talking to you anymore. I'm not even going to listen to you. I'm like,
Here's a better question. Which is a better series, Die Hard or Lethal Weapon?
For what?
Okay.
For what or overall?
Who?
For what or overall? If you're going to nitpick.
Okay, which one has the better overall story? Character development story.
Whole way through or just per episode?
Whole way through.
Lethal Weapon, hands down.
Well, hands down, yeah.
Yeah, there's not even
I think that Die Hard does a better villain.
Has done better villains, yes.
And better villain development.
Well, especially with 1 and 3.
Oh, number 2 is still pretty good.
Yeah, but 1 and 3, the tie-in between 1 and 3.
See, here's the thing about
that was good.
Lethal Weapon. I guess it does do that a little bit. I was gonna say Lethal Weapon doesn't really give you the villain point of view on things.
Yeah, but 2 ties into the shit where he's talking about my wife killed in a car crash, whatever, and then 2 ties like all that together. But then they kind of abandon that and go on another way. But Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 3 are like literally you can't have the third movie without the first movie, otherwise it doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
True.
I'm just saying.
True.
Better villain development.
Well, the second movie and fourth movie are tied together because they're both in DC. Technically, they are. They're both in DC.
Fucking Dulles, who doesn't love to be there? Anyway.
So which one do you think better of all its components? Which one do you think is better? One has better villains, but I don't think like Hans in the second one, as much as I like the second one of Lethal Weapon, Hans really not a great villain. Sorry, not a great villain.
Oh, you mean that schmuck from fucking South Africa?
Yeah, not a great villain. The first one, not bad. Was it Chuck Nolte? Or was it
No. It wasn't.
It was Gary Busey.
Yeah, that crackhead.
So that was pretty cool.
Well, that wasn't even the main villain.
And the third one, you had Jack Travis, the ex-police officer.
That tied in nicely.
Now, the fourth one, Uncle Benny and Jet Li, were nice. Those were good villains. I thought those two were really nice villains.
They weren't even the main villains. Yeah. Like, they were just, like, collectively uniting the main villains, which that turned out poorly for everybody. Everyone had a bad day on that.
But I think the overall villains in Die Hard are better.
God, this would have been a great conversation to set up our top 10 for next week, asshole.
Why? How about Christmas?
Christmas? I wasn't even going to mention it.
It's not even close. Lethal Weapon does not have any. Does it have? It has one. The first one.
Don't you dare forget about him wrecking the front of the house and taking down the Christmas lights. That's important because they're still doing reconstruction on the house with a remodel in the second movie because you know what? It sticks out more in my mind. You know what? It sticks out more in my mind. Lethal Weapon wins. It sticks out more in my mind. Like there's more unforgettable moments in Lethal Weapon than there is in Die Hard. Literally, like I can just go through the shark scene with Leo and them at the fucking fourth film. The dogs with him and Lorna running away with the truckload of fucking guys. He was like, hold up, come here, boy. Like there's so many scenes in the Lethal Weapon movies that just like you pause and you can think about it.
That if you compare at least 2 or 3 of the Die Hard movies to any individual Lethal Weapon movie, Die Hard movie wins. But if we compare series to series, the Lethal Weapon is a better series.
Yeah, hands down.
But individual movies, if you compare one movie to one movie, Die Hard's better. Individually, movie-wise. Because, Die Hard, the first one, is a better movie than any of the Lethal Weapons. And Die Hard 3, I think, is a better movie than any of the Lethal Weapons. But it's not, it's the whole overall story that is not better.
Die Hard 3 was written very, very well. Well,
And Die Hard 2 was even better than most of the.
Die Hard 2 was the best of the 4.
You think? That's your opinion?
No, best of 5.
I didn't like the
Hands
fifth. The
fucking
fifth one
down.
ruined it. The fifth one ruined it for me.
That's
where you lose a lot of cool points for me.
I'm not ruined on it.
The
but
fourth one was good. I like the fourth one, but I didn't like the fifth.
No, I'm not ruined on it, but the second Die Hard was the best one.
Why?
I don't know, just something about the whole scenario to where he's like trying to explain to everyone the whole entire time.
I think it's because it's the first time you really sympathize with the character. He doesn't come off as an asshole. He doesn't come off as a dick yelling at his wife. He's actually a happy guy, just kind of enjoying himself. He gets thrown into some shit. I think that's why.
It's not even that. It's just the fact that the whole entire film, he's trying to explain to everyone, hey, shit's about to go down. Y'all ain't fucking seeing it.
Maybe
it's all going to go to hell. And everyone's like down on him, like, oh, so what? You're the fucking superhero. You saved fucking Nakatomi. Yeah. No one gives a shit about LA. Da, 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 da. The whole entire film, that's up until the last 15 minutes, everyone's on his shit. And then all of a sudden, fucking saves the world. Like, and you knew it was coming. Everyone knew it was coming. It's John McClane. Why is he going to fucking lie to you? Like, we as a viewing audience think. And then they wrote the script perfectly to just throw him under the bus every opportunity they had so that you were so sympathetic to the cause. That's what sucked me in about that film.
Okay.
Damn, now I sound like a fucking critic.
I think I know why. I think I know why Die Hard is not as good as overall series as Lethal Weapon. Because you only have one constant character in Die Hard. Lethal Weapon, you have numerous constant characters.
Yeah, you got the entire family.
Constant familiarity. Die Hard, and what they do is every series, every movie, it's a movie in and of itself, but it can be its own standalone movie because you don't need a lot of prior knowledge prior to. You don't need
I agree with that.
Okay, so that's probably why individually all the movies stand up by themselves. Because what was the only three constants in each movie? In the first two movies, you have John McClane, his wife, and the black cop. I can't think of the guy's name.
Yeah, John Winslow.
Yeah. Second movie, you have John McClane, his wife, and the black cop.
Yeah.
Third movie, John McClane. And you kind of hear his wife's voice, if that's even the same actress.
Yeah.
Third movie, not even close. Not even in it.
They could have at least brought back the reporter or made that a recurring thing because that would have been.
Oh yeah, the reporter was in the first two.
But no, I'm just saying, like that would have been a funny thing.
That'd have been a great villain. I got your wife. She punched me in the face.
No, but that would have been a funny thing to do throughout all 5 movies is bring the reporter in and have him like do a little snippet or some bullshit or something like that. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
That would have been one of those things like, have you been paying attention the entire time?
But like, if you Lethal Weapon, Riggs, Murtaugh's wife, his kids, all three of his kids,
and then they bring in Lorna.
And then you got the captain, you got the psychiatrist lady. I can't think of her name.
Oh
she is in all three.
That was hilarious.
She is in all three of them.
That's fucking.
And then you got Joe Pesci in the second one. He's in the last 3.
Yeah.
So and they, to my knowledge, they kept the same actors through all of them. They didn't change up the
daughters. Yeah, they didn't change up anybody. So, everyone's the same all the way throughout. It was a fantastic job. I love those films.
Yeah, so I think that is why it's the better overall film is because it's an elongated story with elongated, familiar characters, and it's just like you pick up where the last one left off. You pick up the last one left off. Die Hard is each individual movie's based in and of itself. Sorry, your cat was getting like an evil look to the other cat. It looked weird because the light was shining on it. So that is why I think Lethal Weapon is a little better than the series. But individually, each of the Die Hard movies I think are individually better.
Yeah, but the series collectively, nothing's going to beat Lethal Weapon. In the cop franchise.
Beverly Hills?
No.
Was it Beverly Hills Cop? That's a funny movie. It's a pretty good movie.
Not as well written. Not as well done.
Yeah.
As a totalitarian argument, which is what we're having right now for the last 28 minutes, 29 minutes.
But it's a good conversation, right?
It's a very good conversation. I definitely believe that Lethal Weapon, hands down, is just far better than Die Hard as a total. What are you looking up?
I'm not looking up anything. I'm just.
Are you adding that into your top 10?
Just something I forgot. It's 2 things I forgot. Anything else you want to say about this or something?
No, we're going to stop this. I'm going to take care of my son until my wife gets home, and then we're going to go into movie trailers, and then we should be okay.
Yeah.
We should be okay. We should be able to rifle through the next things. It should not take near this long. I don't think we're going to get near the edge of jump.
I have to be home by about 7.
You have to be home by 7?
Yeah, well, 7:30 at least.
Are you expecting Pussy to knock at your door and say, hello, I'm spread?
Maybe.
Are you?
Maybe.
Are you?
We'll have poker night.
Liquor in the front, poker in the rear.
Poker? I don't even know her. Alright.
That was fun. Star Wars and Lethal Weapon and Die Hard and whatever else we just did.
Oh, we also did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for 5 minutes.
Wow. And
Literally like 5 minutes.
There's that. Enjoy that, kids.
Alright. See ya.